Okay, we have some matchups to go over that have been announced today and other days. We have Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva, which has a lot of implications. It's a really good fight, really fun. Doesn't really make much sense. Not what I would have done. We also have Imavov versus Baralho being in the works or pretty much made, and then we have Pavlovich versus Cortez Acosta. So we will start with Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva, which is a matchup that makes some sense to me in terms of sick matchups to make. This is prime for featherweight. This is probably the most fun matchup you can make at featherweight. With that being said, it doesn't make any sense at all. Because now, sadly, this leaves Yair Rodriguez versus Volkanovski to be another fucking fight we have to watch again. We have to watch the rematch between Volk and Yair, which literally makes no sense for Yair to get a title shot at this point. He lost to Volk and then lost his fight after that, and then got a win against someone not in the UFC. Should not be fighting for a title. He should be fighting Diego Lopez on the UFC NOCHE card. That's what should have happened. We should have had Diego Lopez versus Yair Rodriguez on the NOCHE card. We should have Gene Silva versus Brian Ortega on the NOCHE card. And then we could have the winners fight each other, or Gene Silva fights a loser, or Gene Silva gets a title shot. If Yair loses, which he's gonna, there's so many ways we could have done it that would have made a lot more sense and not had an illegitimate defense for Volkanovski occur. But now we have this fight, which has a lot of sacrifices involved, but it is still an extremely fun fight with a lot of potential to be a bloodbath and very exciting war. As for what I think is going to happen, I'm leaning Diego Lopez right now a little bit. Gene Silva is very good. He's very confident. His striking is elite, and his grappling defense has proven to be pretty good against Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell is not the highest level of competition. Diego Lopez pretty much is. Diego Lopez is the guy at featherweight right now. Made it close with Volkanovski, couldn't get it done. That's no sweat, I don't think. That's not such a bad thing because Volkanovski is very good. Diego Lopez has a good fucking chin. He likes to scrap. Gene Silva hasn't gone against a fighter that really likes to throw down like Lopez does. Silva is confident. He has a chin himself. He is super slick striking. He's going to be able to make it. He's going to find his rhythm at times in this fight, I think. But Lopez likes to blitz in, and Silva hasn't really been crowded on the feet to an extreme like in any other fight. And Lopez is bigger, he's broader, he's stronger probably than a lot of fighters besides maybe Drew Dober that Gene Silva has fought, and he has a great grappling game. It's going to be interesting. This is a very tricky fight to predict for me. But right now, I'm leaning Diego a little bit. I could see him taking Gene Silva's shots and making it a grueling grappling game, to be honest. I don't see a finish happening either way, to be honest. It's the looks of this fight, you would think there would be a finish. You think 100% there's going to be a finish. But to be honest, with both their chins and both of their abilities being what they are, I don't know if we're going to get one. It could definitely be a super exciting fight, and it definitely will. But as for a finish, they have to really clash in the center and not really and just throw caution to the wind for there to be one, I think. And I see a more technical game plan from the Lopez corner, especially. A grappling game plan is what I see. We'll see what happens. As of right now, I'm going to lean Diego Lopez by decision. But I cannot count out Gene Silva's power, his confidence, and comfort in the cage. I cannot count out whatsoever. I think Gene Silva is the future of featherweight. This just isn't the matchup I would have given him. It just sucks because I think Gene Silva one more like good warm-up fight for these top guys. Or even Brian Ortega. He's pretty much a warm-up fight for the top guys at this point. Or Lerone Murphy. I think one more, and then I'd probably pick him. But God, there's just so many unknowns for Gene Silva at this point. Bryce Mitchell is not the guy you have to beat to prove to me that you're going to be able to hang with these top opponents. So, leaning Diego, super fun fight. Not what I would have done next. We have Baralho versus Imavov. This is the fight to make. You make this, you have your next contender. It's the perfect fight to make. I think Baralho. This one's also hard to predict because I think they're pretty much equal in terms of they're both well-rounded, tall, fresh, young middleweights that are have a ton of momentum and a ton of hype and have knockout power, but not a lot. And they have great grappling. They're pretty much the exact same fighter from different regions. But with that being said, I think Baralho is a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more slick stance-wise, and maybe versatile. And I see his cardio maybe being better than Imovov's, to be honest. So I'm kind of leaning Baralho by decision because Imavov kind of struggled in the Brendan Allen fight in the grappling. Like it was a grueling fight, but he got tired, man. He got so tired in the second and third. It was at altitude, so I can't blame him too bad. But that's against Brendan Allen. Baralho's a different beast, and he's like a solid fucking middleweight. So it's a super fun fight. It's what should happen. It makes the most sense. It's really hard to predict, but I'm going to go with Barajo to win by decision. I think he's a little bit better. He might be a little bit less technical on the feet, but I don't know if that's going to be a detriment. I think getting a little wild on the feet is going to help him. And I think grappling wise, maybe Barajo has a little bit of an edge, but that's hard to say. They pretty much are the exact same fighter to me with like a regional style difference. So it's super fun, and I'm super excited for this one. And then the winner can fight the winner of Dricus versus Hamzat, which I think will be Dricus. And then that'll be a super hyped up title fight. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Next, we have Pavlovich versus Cortez Acosta. So this is pretty much just to get Cortez a fight, I guess. It's to get hype for any contender at all at heavyweight. At all. We can have one fucking contender with any hype for Aspinall. Because right now there isn't one. We have Cyril Gahn coming off of a robbery win against Alexander Volkov, which was a definite robbery. Super sad to see. No hype for him. He's already had 2 title fights, and he lost both of them. It's just so boring and lame. That it's what's gonna happen probably, but it's just so bad. We have Ngannou, who's not even in the organization, which that's not going to happen at all ever because Dana hates him, and I don't blame them. Francis Ngannou leaving, saying all the shit that he did, and then wanting to come back is stupid as fuck. Pavlovich already lost to Aspinall. So they're trying to get Cortez Acosta and Talison Teixeira up the rankings as quick as possible, which makes sense to me. I think Cortez Acosta gets stopped here. I think Pavlovich is too strong, too big. He has knockout power, and against people that aren't Volkov and Aspinall, he destroys them. And I think Cortez Acosta is in the realm of destroyable. He's in the realm of the Derek Lewis, Tai Tuivasas. He's in that realm, to me. The Curtis Blades. He's in that realm. Volkov, Aspinall are above that realm. And they lost to them. But those aren't bad losses. Volkov is improving day by day. He's very good. He's very big. He's solid everywhere. Aspinall is the best heavyweight we've ever seen. Cortez Acosta is just another heavyweight. And I think Pavlovich is going to knock him out, to be honest. Cortez Acosta's fight against Sergey Spivak, where he arguably lost, does not prove shit to me. And Sergey's pretty much only lost to the best. So, and he lost to Alistair Overeem, I think, which could be considered good at the time. I don't really know what time era that was for Alistair, but yeah, Pavlovich is going to get this done by knockout. I'm confident with this one. But yeah, those are 3 matchups that I find interesting that got announced. I will see you soon.